And then going back to your music, when did Get Down get released?
Get Down was 2010.
Yeah, that's another.
Wait, that's when I. See.
Time just flying. You can't
Yeah,
even see
yeah,
a track.
2010. But I recorded it in 2009. But then I was told to hold back for a bit. I released Big Shot, then I released Get Down. Yeah, that had a life of its own. Still has a life of its own.
That song, anyway you hear it, it's just a
Yeah,
banger.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Hi everybody, welcome to Thai Talks with me, Tyrone Kimeni. Thai Talks aspires to inspire the current and future generations by telling stories of people who have made it to the top of their careers. Today I have a guest who I've known for a very long time. He's a former schoolmate, he's my neighbor, a good friend. I think the most important role is that he's a proud father of three. He's a producer, a DJ, a rapper, a MC. He has many, many hats. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to introduce my guest, the first one of this year. Sorry I've taken long to reduce content this year. It's been a hectic year. January was a bit tough, had a few losses, but we move on regardless. Ladies and gentlemen, George Muigai AKA Madtraxx, AKA Madi.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Thank you for
Tyrone.
coming.
Man, good. I'm good, bro. I'm excited to be here. Well done for starting this whole forum.
Thank you.
Man, how's it going so far?
I can't complain, it's good to dive into the deep end, so I decided to take that plunge, and here we are. I'm so happy you're here. This is the third time we've tried to make this happen, but they say third time is a charm.
Third time's a charm, man. Yeah, it's been hectic from January, yeah. But yeah, here we are.
But at least I've seen you. This is the third time I've seen you this year.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
three is our lucky number.
Yeah, exactly. I think so.
Yeah. So let's start with your childhood. You can tell me a bit about your childhood. I know about it, but not many people know. So tell me maybe about your upbringing.
Yeah, I was born in Nairobi, brought up in Ridgeways. Yeah, went to Rusinga. From Rusinga, went to St. Andrews.
Where we both were. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where we both were. And after that, I went to USIU. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about my upbringing. I was brought up around a lot of music. Yeah, not basketball, just Ridgeways kind of stuff.
Do you remember like some of the first music you heard, perhaps that your parents might have played that maybe resonates from your past?
Obladi Oblada was
I know
that was I think the first song that I said I like this song.
Yeah.
Then my parents were really into rumba and country music, but my brother was really into hip hop. So starting from like 91, 92, I'd say the first hip hop songs I heard were from like Snoop Dogg. Is when I like his Doggy Style album. That's when I first started hearing hip hop. So I was brought up around a lot of music, records, and stuff like that.
Speaking of your brother, not many people know that he's actually DJ Styles, aka
sure.
Alan. And in terms of your family, you're the last born of three, right?
Yes. I'm the last one of three. Yeah, there's quite a gap between us. Feels like they hadn't really planned for me, but here I am.
But here we are.
Yeah. You're the last one too.
Yeah, last one.
Okay.
And then after hearing hip hop from your brother, did you know then that you wanted to go into music or?
No, it wasn't so clear. But just the amount of music that I was brought up around, and then like I would do all these dance competitions and stuff like that. It wasn't so clear that I was going to get into music. It became more clear when I left high school. But actually, even in high school, I was writing raps. I'd write raps in class. Oh man, that's what I was using. That's what I was using.
So you weren't concentrating in class?
That's what I was using my class time for,
Yeah.
bro. So yeah, that's when it became a bit clear. Maybe towards the end of high school.
So then towards the end of high school, before you're transitioning to USIU, that's now when you got into the serious part of music and rap.
Yeah. So I left high school, then I started DJing. But then when I was DJing, there wasn't much to play in terms of Kenyan music. And so, but I'm in USIU at this time, by the way. So then now that's when I started doing music. I had a few acts that I tried to produce. It didn't quite work out, but I would do features on their songs. And after doing a few features, I got the feedback was, why don't you rap?
Yeah.
So I started rapping, and I did Border Border.
2007.
That was 2007, yeah. But by the time I was doing that, already as a DJ, I was on radio. We had a couple of parties at Village Market, Sikiliza. if
Yeah,
you
downstairs, I remember
Yeah,
Sikiliza.
exactly. Pavement. Those days of Pavement, Sikiliza. What was that other place? You were there, Tyrone, when you got
Barcode.
robbed. Barcode. Exactly. You were there at Barcode. Yeah, those days of Q's and Bacchus, I was already on the DJing circuit.
Do you remember where was the first place you DJ'd? Like a big crowd.
Sikiliza.
Sikiliza.
Was the first place where I think I made an impact. Was Pavement. That's the DJing part.
Yeah.
When it comes to performance, the first like huge crowd I performed for was at Uhuru Gardens. There was this thing called Jipange, and so Jipange had all the artists. It like anyone who was anyone, and I was. I think I just made the cut because I only had Border Border.
Yeah.
So then I would mix. Those days I used to mix my rapping with DJing. So because I only have one song, right? This song is only 3 minutes, but I'm being paid for a show that's an hour.
Yeah.
So I'd perform the song, then DJ, then perform the song again, then DJ, then perform the song, and then I'm done with the show.
Yeah. So speaking of like your job experience, didn't you work at Capital at some point?
I did. Yeah, but it was through Code Red. So Code Red, we were many of us. We had Mr. Prime, we had Mr. Spin, we had Mr. French, we had Madtraxx, Final Cut. Yeah, just a lot of guys.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then, let's go back to
Mr.
2007. You released Boda Boda. You know, the funny thing is today when I was in traffic coming here, there's a Boda Boda, which was overtaking me because I was in traffic.
Yeah.
And the song which was playing was Boda Boda. And I wish I opened my window and said, I'm going to meet that guy.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, so that was your first track, and it was like actually like a smash hit. And the name of that first album was it Super Producer?
Super DJ, Super MC.
Yeah, tell us a bit about that album and the process of making it.
Yeah, Super Producer, Super DJ, Super MC. That came from Swiss Beats and Gitch Boy. Gitch Boy is also a Ridgeways guy. He used to say he's Super Producer, Super DJ. And Swiss Beats used to call himself the one-man band man. So I sort of took all of that and
Put it into one
and just call myself a Super Producer, Super DJ, Super MC. It was it was nerve-wracking because I'm moving from DJing. I really don't know how to make music. I remember the Border Border, I had to mix and master it in Kibera. This is the first time I'm going to Kibera. And it was eye-opening. From just having those experiences, it really shaped the way my music evolved from there.
And of course, you know, once you released that song, it just blew up. Like that now propelled you into like another.
It wasn't easy,
stratosphere.
Tyrone, man. You know, it's not easy to get attention out here. I really had to put a lot of work. Even now, for anyone who's releasing music, it might seem a bit easy because of TikTok, but even just getting that TikTok attention is not easy.
And also back then, there was no TikTok, so it was
There
harder.
was no, but yeah, I'm not going to say whether it was harder or easier because I still do believe even now, the TikTok game it's like a whole
It's a game changer.
world. Yeah, it's a whole world on its own. I don't know what it entails to become popular on that scene. I don't think it's easy either.
But I also see like people who just take that leap and take that chance. Somehow they make it. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, you can call it like a stroke of good luck.
Yeah.
But then there are people who work towards getting recognition and attention. Say, for example, people like Calligraph, you know.
Yeah.
His was not a stroke of good luck. This guy put work
put in the work,
like
yeah.
he put the work in. And, you know, then there are the people's, like back in the day, do you remember a shorty called Chantel? Chantal, let me talk less, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember
you know
that
what I
song.
mean? That's
Yeah.
a stroke of good luck,
Yeah.
you know. Like she just came out with.
But she disappeared. I don't know what happened to her.
That's what happens with a stroke of good luck. It was just
Yeah.
once.
No,
It doesn't
they're called
become a
like these.
career or
Are they called
anything.
one-hit wonders? Or,
Yeah, one hit wonders. Yeah. It's
But
hard to transcend.
that one hit can actually like take you to a whole nother level.
For who?
Look at this guy, you know, Psy, the one who's
Okay.
Gangnam Style. That guy.
Yeah, well, I think he's actually put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
I think he actually existed before that. I don't think you can call that a one hit wonder. Jaquan, you remember Jaquan?
I do,
All the girls and then getting
Yeah.
tipsy.
Yeah.
That's a one hit wonder.
definitely.
So yeah, I mean,
And also, is it called names? This is why I'm hot.
this is why I'm
Yeah.
hot, you know. So just transcending from that one hit wonder, that was actually for me, just to do the second song, that was the thing that I was trying to beat, because people were thinking that,
You're going to be a one-hit wonder.
yeah, and it was the same thing for Major as well at the time. So that's how we sort of,
Yeah. So after you released that first album, is that when you guys formed the council, or was that when did that happen?
bro, it was around 2013.
Because that was way after.
It was way after. But already we had a rapport with Major, and of course I grew up with Cora. So yeah, around 2013 is now when we started like doing the council. But before that, we'd been messing around in the studio with Major. We did 2 songs around Hisim Chezo and Mezesha. Then now, after messing around in the studio, that's when the council was born. It was actually more like the Wu-Tang Clan. I have a couple of songs where they're like many people.
And speaking, like, you know, like being part of a group, you know, it's quite difficult because, you know, people have different personalities. And sometimes that's why groups don't last. Would you say that's what happened to you guys, or you guys just drifted apart naturally?
Yeah, first naturally. I don't think there was a day we said, "Boss, you were splitting this thing." No.
Yeah.
There was no day that we said that. I think it's just, it's easier when you're younger.
Yeah.
You have less responsibilities. But now when you become a father, Nani became a father, Nani became a father,
Yeah.
I became a husband, Nani has his own. Now no one can, I can't call Major and be like, "Bro, I need you here."
your schedules are
you know what I mean?
completely-
But
yeah.
those days, you know, we're in the studio till morning.
Always available,
You know, you're always available. So I think it's just easier when you're younger. And that's, I suppose, and even in business, it's hard to keep a partnership, isn't it?
That's true. And also, you know, like as people grow older, they evolve, they become different people. I think that's also why some groups don't last. Yeah.
The people change, and that's just life, man. I don't believe in this same for where people say it. Yeah, you've changed so much. Nothing grows and stays the same.
And it's true, change is inevitable.
It's inevitable.
We're not stagnant. Everything evolves.
Exactly. You know. So so that was a very interesting experience. The council.
How long were you guys together for?
I would say from around officially, like say 2014 to, so that's like 6 years. 2020.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, 2020 changed a lot of things, man. Especially when everything slowed down. I was like, wow, why was my life so fast in the first place? Yeah.
Who would you say like are your musical inspirations? Like?
I would say Kanye West.
Although he's very controversial right now, but yeah, he's super talented.
Ones, all the controversial ones are my inspirations.
And then going back to your music, when did Get Down get released?
Get Down was 2010.
That's
that's when I...
Time just flying, you can't even keep track.
2010. But I recorded it in 2009. But then I was told to hold back for a bit. I released Big Shot, then I released Get Down. Yeah, that had a life of its own. Still has a life of its own.
That song, anyway you hear it, it's just a banger.
For sure. It just has a life of its own, man. Yeah.
Most musicians say they don't listen to their own music, do you?
They're right. They're absolutely right. And especially music you've already released.
Yeah.
And music that you have to perform, we hardly listen to. But if it's a song that's not released, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once it comes out, and we're hardly listening to it. And so, to be honest, I don't play Get Down. I perform it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I hear it.
Like, I remember 3 years ago, I was honored to be invited to your party. I think I was the only non-member of your family. Do you remember at Kellen's house in Runda? And you performed your songs impromptu. I think it was your family friend's son's birthday.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was my friend's son's birthday and my birthday, so we share a birthday. So
And
it
the
was a
funny thing is, I
combined
always
thing.
remember your birthday because you and my mom share the same birthday.
Oh,
Don't you even remember
nice.
that day you bumped into her?
Yes, I
when
remember
you were
I
your
bumped
daughters?
into
Yeah.
her. Yes. Wow, man.
The time flies. That's already 3 years ago when we celebrated that birthday.
That was a whole 3 years ago. I think my wife was pregnant then.
Yeah, she was. I remember.
Now I have a
Third one.
Yeah, third
I met her.
one.
Very cute.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Speaking of fatherhood, you're raising 3 girls, and girl dads are very protective over the girls.
Yeah.
Would you say you're protective over your girls?
I mean, I think that's just natural. The one thing that I'm not into is over parenting. You find some parents are all over their children.
You let them be.
I let them be to a certain extent. I mean, I let them. For example, sometimes I'd let them like forget a jacket if I've said it enough times. Like if we're going somewhere, and I'm like, yo, bear your jacket. Don't forget your jacket. I let them forget it so that they know.
Next time, because now when they're cold, it's like, now, last time I forgot my jacket, I won't do it next time.
But there are parents who don't let their children make
Yeah.
mistakes, and so they don't quite learn.
Yeah.
And they don't even learn how serious some decisions.
I think that's really good parenting, yeah.
Yeah, and if you smother them, they'll rebel.
Yeah.
They'll want to find out why you keeping me in the sandbox. Let them find out a bit. But I try to be protective as much as I can. I think that's just natural.
And 3 is a whole number.
You know what I'm saying, man.
And I think they're all under the age of, 7?
No. I have a 10-year-old.
Sorry, 10. Then the other one is 2 or 3? The last one.
The last one is 2.
Yeah.
And
Middle
7.
one. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So it's a blessing. Girls are just love.
Yeah.
If you want to experience love, daughters, way, daddy, everywhere,
Yeah.
So,
and it's hard to say no.
It's hard. Man, I can't wait for a boy who I can be kidogo tough with.
Yeah. Because I think Alan has 2 boys, right?
No, he has a boy.
Or 1 boy. I met him at your house, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, he has a boy. Yeah, so we go. But I'm happy. I mean, it's a God thing. It's not like I'm here saying that, I wish I had boys. It was something that someone
God's
tried
plan.
to... Yeah, it's God's plan. Someone had tried to insinuate that I feel a bit inferior because I don't have boys, but I don't, actually. This is actually the only way I can ensure my DNA moves on.
Exactly. Speaking of
This
parenting,
Nairobi.
what did you think, what would you say is the greatest lesson you've learned about parenting?
Bro, I can't tell you. There's so much to learn, and there's no...
Every day is a learning experience.
Yeah, and there's no manual. I'm just telling you now, most parents are winging it. Even in your strategy, you make plans, God laughs. So most people are winging your values and the values that you'd like to pass on to your children. One of the values that I try to pass on is keeping your head up. So many people go through. Look, everyone goes through trauma.
That's true.
It doesn't matter where you come from, whether you're Chini or you're up there. Everyone goes through trauma, no matter where you're from. Now, people use the trauma in different ways. You find somebody is born in poverty and uses that to gas themselves up until they're wealthy. Somebody else is born in poverty, and that's the same reason they're still in poverty. They'll be like, I was born here, so you know what I mean? So, keeping your head above water. Just whenever there's always something to learn from, and turning your scars into stars.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
And one thing I really respect about you is that you've been through your own trauma. You lost your sister due to really unfortunate circumstances, and I think that affected you a lot. But you managed to, keep it moving.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know she was a big part of your life.
For sure, of course, man. I guess the older I become, the more people we lose. We just gotta keep
It's just
our
like
heads up.
that
It's
is life.
just
Because
life.
we were at a funeral the other day,
You
and
know,
we had just
we
seen
were,
that person not too long ago, and
and you
the
had
next
seen
person,
him like
yeah,
recently.
the next thing, the person's gone.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what life is about.
yeah, yeah. The older we get, it just is.
Yeah, no one is immortal. We have to
For sure, for
transition
sure.
at some point.
Yeah. Now, me, I have a question for you. When are you getting into politics, Tyrone?
I told you I'm not interested in politics, but I've been asked that a lot. But I think I'll give time. If it happens, it'll happen. If it
Tyrone, you're
doesn't,
such a sociable guy. I don't think there's anyone in this Nairobi who doesn't know you, Tyrone. And
That's
I think you guys, man, put it down in the comments. We have to get this guy to run
Pressure.
for. Or you're not into helping people. And
I am, of course. I can always do that behind the scenes. I don't have to be in
But
the.
Tyrone, you look like you'll be corrupt, you guy. You look
Me?
like you, you look like you'll just
Why would I be
You
corrupt?
cool all the chums, bro.
No. I believe in helping others, but it doesn't have to be at the forefront. You can do things behind the scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is such a so sociable.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, everyone knows you.
I'll think about it. I'll actually.
And
think
you
about
have the
it.
connections anyway.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to you. You left music for a bit because you had to focus on family business. How was that, like transitioning from being out there to like doing like family stuff?
To be honest, I think it was a journey in itself. I didn't want to. It's not easy. It's not easy because you meet people and they're telling you these things. Well, I'll tell you what, Tyrone. I still make music, but I'm not making it the way I used to make it. And I think it's because music is a young man's sport. When I started music, there are people who started playing soccer
That's true.
at the same time, and they've retired.
Yeah.
The lingo out there on the streets, the movement, the music, the way the music
changed.
moves, the whole scene has changed. Now, does that mean that I stopped making music? No, it doesn't mean that I stopped making music. It's just that I can't do all those. There are things along the trail when you're doing music that need that kind of youthful energy.
Yeah.
Like all the
whole
jam
process
sessions.
is
The whole process. It's a young man's sport, and so now I'm looking at these gengetone, urban tone kids, and I'm just so proud of them, man. The music is
They put in the work.
healthy right
Yeah.
now. I feel like these guys are doing some good stuff. Yeah.
And are you enjoying running family business, or is it?
Yes, and bringing my own touch to bringing my own touch to it. I think that's important. I enjoy bringing my own touch to the business.
And I think it's also important for you to be part of it because also your mom is not getting any younger, so she needs to slow down a little bit. So I think that is.
But
really,
to be honest, this is something that I knew I was going to do.
You always knew you were going to go into it.
Yeah, even from high school, I was taking things like food and nutrition and stuff. So it was known that I was going to do hotel management.
That's amazing. Now, as we close, everybody wants to be famous, but fame is not what people portray it to be. There's so much to it. What would you say is the positive side to fame, and what would you say is the negative side to fame?
So I think the negative side to fame is the expectations. So they expect you to be a certain way. And if you give in to those expectations and you lose who you are, you stop being you. So now that 2020, when things slowed down, is when I sort of became myself again. The positive side, bro, you get into places.
Those are the facts. Yeah.
Just the fame. Exactly what you think about fame, those perks. People give you shortcuts because you're known.
And that can be helpful at times.
For sure. Yeah.
What advice would you give to any up-and-coming artist, musician, rapper?
Enjoy it, and then try and save your money. Because you see, the way music money comes, it comes like money for a thug, or like.
And it can go very quickly.
So that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
the way thugs, they steal a lot of money, but like
It goes in a flash.
in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The guy he stole $1 million last week.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks, he doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
It's because he didn't sweat. He didn't quite take the time to save the money.
It wasn't
and
calculated,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the kind of money, because you see, man, and I hear the shows now are just going crazy. I hear they're being paid up to even 700, 800K a show. Bro, imagine you perform 1 hour, you're given
That's easy money,
700K, bro. You guy.
Yeah.
You blow it so fast if you're not careful. If you're living the life, if you're living to those expectations.
And if
the
you're living in the
fame,
fast lane.
yes. And in fame, they expect you to live like that. They expect you to drive a certain way,
Dress a certain
dress
way.
a certain way,
Have certain women around you.
behave a certain. So if you live up to those expectations, you
Won't
will
work.
hardly, you need to have a bit of
Discipline.
discipline. Ukikuyu.
Yeah. And as a parting shot, what would you say to everyone who's watching?
Well, I'd like to say, guys, support Thai Talks.
Thank you.
Support Kenyan music, support Kenyan art in general. The whole movie scene has also grown. So, I mean, let's have the patriotism and love for our own art, our own products, even the people making bags. It's just patriotism, man. I think that's my parting shot.
Oh, absolutely. That's actually really, really good parting shot. George, thank you so much, man.
Thai.
You know,
Thai
me and you,
talks.
we could talk like all the time. You
I know.
And the funny thing is, actually, we speak on WhatsApp almost every day. I always send
Exactly.
you like a meme or something.
Yeah, for
But then,
sure.
when me and you catch up, we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
even
yeah.
speak the whole day.
For
But
sure.
I'm
for
really
sure.
grateful for you coming today.
Man, and, keep
Are we
going, man.
expecting anything from you in terms of music anytime soon?
Let's see if I get the inspiration. Yeah, I'd really like to produce some young kids. That would be fun. I still go to studios and watch what the young kids are doing, man. But I just
Watching
look
from
like
afar.
a kamze there.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's good. It's good. It's good to watch from afar.
Yeah, a fly on the wall. So I'd like to produce some more kids. Yeah, you might hear a couple of things. I did a song with Brandy Minor and Dex from Had the Band.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That one is online. So yeah, I'm still sort of in the scene, but
Everybody check it
I'm
out.
not
Yeah.
living. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, it's called Link Up.
Link up.
Brandy Minor, Dex. Yeah,
Thank you, George.
man. Thank you so much, Ty.
Hope everybody liked this episode. Thank you so much for watching Thai Talks. As I said, it's a platform to inspire people, to show them that it's possible to be the best that you can actually be. I ask that you watch, like, subscribe. My handle is @TyroneKimani on all platforms. That's X, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. God bless.
Man, thanks so much.
That was fun.
That was fun.